Now, the number of people who've died after a funicular railway car crashed in Portugal has risen to 17 as police begin their investigations into what went wrong. Portugal is observing a day of national mourning for the victims. Authorities there say 21 people were injured and that 5 are in a serious condition. Several people were said to have been trapped at the scene and have all since been freed, but the wreckage carriage remains at the crash site. It happened right in the heart of the city, near Lisbon's Avenida de Liberdade and the iconic central Rocia railway station. The cause is yet unknown. Will Vernon reports.
One of Lisbon's top attractions, now a mangled yellow wreck. The bodies of the dead and those who were injured have now all been removed, but the investigation goes on. Forensic teams could be seen working at the crash site overnight, every piece of evidence crucial for investigators. It was early evening when the tragedy happened. A packed carriage on the funicular derailed and, at high speed, appeared to smash into a building. Many tourists were thought to be on board. The authorities say there are foreign nationals among the dead.
Victims in a serious condition are currently being treated in various hospitals. I'll be visiting them, but above all, I want to say at this moment we are in mourning. All the people of Lisbon are in mourning.
Today, a national day of mourning has been declared in Portugal. The disaster has caused shock to both locals and tourists.
It's a tragic situation, truly tragic. I hope there were no maintenance issues, especially with the funicular cables.
We were actually thinking of taking the funicular today, but there was a long queue and one thing led to another and we ended up leaving and we didn't go up on it.
Attention now turns to why this happened. Portuguese media are reporting that a cable on the funicular snapped, causing the carriage to hurtle down a hill. The company running the tram says all safety protocols were followed. An urgent investigation has already begun into what went so badly wrong. Will Vernon, BBC News.
Well, we're joined by Alison Roberts, who is at the scene of the crash in Lisbon. Alison, just tell us what more is known now about who's been injured and worse in this crash.
Yes, as you heard there, it has now been confirmed that as many as 17 people have lost their lives and multiple nationalities. We don't know the identity of the victims, but there have been reports that as many as 10 nationalities may have been involved, and still more people still in hospitals, several people with serious or critical injuries. So the focus is still on their survival, but also to an extent the focus is shifting to the investigation into what might be the causes of these accidents, of this accident. There are several investigations ongoing by the criminal police, by the company itself, and also by the National Transport Safety Authority, which began its work today. Overnight, the National Forensic Medicine Institute has also been working on identifying the victims, and they've said that they hope to be able to do that by the end of the morning today.
And any more information that can be confirmed on the cause? I know local media reports were suggesting that maybe a cable came loose along the railway route.
Yes, that's right. It is just local media reports at the moment. There's certainly been no official comment. The fact that this funicular operated by a counterweight, so the two counterweights to each other via a cable that ran underneath the surface of the road. The suspicion is that something happened to that cable. There are also braking systems that should allow the driver of the cab to slow down or stop the car if something happens to the cable. That evidently did not work in this case. The upper car hurtled down the very steep slope, as eyewitnesses have indicated, and only did not crash into the other car standing at the bottom of the slope because there's a slight curve just before the end, and so it was derailed and smashed into a building on the side of the narrow street, and it's still there to this moment.
Okay, Alison Roberts, thanks very much indeed for that update. There is a live page on the BBC News website also with more details on the nationalities of those injured. 4 Portuguese, 2 Germans, 2 Spanish, but many others from Morocco, Korea and so on. And also we're hearing a 3-year-old child was injured, 12 women and 7 men. but the investigation continues.